Hello everyone, and welcome to this highlight reel, if you will, an overview of an entire month of shopping where I am shopping all the sales, all the deals, all the stores, trying to stretch my grocery budget for our family of 6. I'm Kristen here in Joyfully Thriving. I have an 11-year-old, 9-year-old, 7-year-old, 5-year-old. I am married to a principal teacher husband, and I shop for all of us on a $525 monthly budget. How do I make it stretch? By shopping all the sales. This month, I actually shopped 21 times, which is crazy, but it'll make sense in a minute. I went to Kroger, Meijer, Aldi, Walmart, Sam's, CVS, and Amazon, and I went to some of those more than once, obviously, scoping up all the deals and scooping them up, grabbing all the best deals and the sales. This is how I make it work. So let me show you what I bought. I'll answer questions at the end, and we'll talk more about where my total is for the month. But let's see, can I do it? $525 for the month. Let's go, starting right now. Let's start out June shopping with a trip to Kroger. This was a trip primarily to stock up on some things for entertaining. We were hosting teachers, about 30 or so, give or take a couple, and I needed to restock on chips. But while I was there, I also grabbed the Croy, $2.99 a box. Limoncello is my favorite. Generic wheat thins, it was $2.69 for the large generic size versus $3.49 for name brand. So I went generic this time. This was a weekly deal, $2.99 for the Johnny Pops organic fruit juice pops. There are 8 of them in here. We haven't tried these, but excited to give them a try for a summer treat. 5 pounds of Pink Lady apples were $5, $1 a pound. Yes, I'll take that, please. Pop chips, $1.99 for friends who can eat those, and Nathan and I really enjoy those too. Large bags of tortilla chips for the dip and the party, $2.69 each. The Siete grain-free chips were, again, for a friend, $2.99 when she comes. The chocolate is for those friends, $3.49 on sale. Grabbed 100% peanut butter. This is just peanuts in there, $1.99. Thrilled with that sale. Raspberry jam, and again, this is jam just like I would make it, and it's sugar, raspberries, lemon juice, pectin, $3.99, which is actually cheaper than Walmart's generic or the Smucker's name brand that comes just like that. Plus, I had a $1 off coupon, so I actually paid $3.49 a jar. It was $1 off too. And then Splurge saw this key lime pie on Oliver Winery, and that sounded like a fun summertime drink, so $4, grabbed that as well. For everything on this counter, I spent $63.60, and that's starting out June with my shopping. June 3rd, I went into Walmart and I was looking for turkey lunch meat and happened to find this clearance $3.13. I felt that was a great price for the Natural Choice turkey here, so grabbed 2 containers of that for lunches for the kids. And then splurged, paid a little more, $5.11 for this premium ham here. It's in larger chunks for my husband for his summer lunches. Paid $1.98 for baking powder because I was totally out, and then $2.50 for a gallon of whole milk to make our crock pot yogurt. For everything here on this counter, it was $15.85 for those 5 items, and that's how June is starting off. June 4th, I went to Kroger because Tyson chicken was buy one, get one free. So instead of paying $4.49 a pound, it basically meant I was paying $2.25 a pound. So yes, I bought 21 pounds of chicken I will prep for our freezer. This is why you don't see me buying meat every week, because I try to buy in bulk when it goes on sale so we can have whatever we need when we need it. The Kroger toothpaste, it was on sale at $5.49, plus I had a $3 digital coupon, so it was $2.49. Great deal. Applesauce cups were on sale for $1.99, starting to slowly restock for school. Milk was $2.50, plus I had a $1.69 off digital coupon. The Kroger cereal was $1.99, plus I got a $2 back on Ibotta. There's Caleb wandering through for buying that. So paid $1.99, but I will get $2 back. Grapes were $1.49, so I bought some green and red ones. 2 pounds of carrots at $2.29. Apples, 5 pounds of Pink Lady apples were $5. Love that deal. And that was everything I got at Kroger for $75.31. Thrilled with that because that includes 21 pounds of chicken. Went next door to CVS, and instead of doing one of the weekly deals, I decided that I was just going to use up, I only had $3 in extra care bucks left, and I decided to just spend them up instead of worrying about rolling them over the summer. So I bought a thing of pads for $2.99. It was totally free, and I paid for the tax with the gift card I had from Fetch. And then if you don't see me buying bread, it's because I make my own. So I make one loaf and then I freeze the other. So we have some ready for bread and sandwiches and lunches and toast, whatever they want. And then here's our crock pot yogurt that I made this week. And I also made some pumpkin muffins. Links to these recipes and everything else I mentioned will always be in the description. So that's my total for today in June. Let's go ahead and add that to our running total now for the month. June 5th, Andy went into Kroger for me on his way to school and he scored with the clearance meat. He'd never done this before, but he did well. He grabbed 2 things of chicken. One was about $4 with 3 legs and one was right around $5. He already cooked that one up here. He said it was delicious, a Cajun seasoning and a barbecue. He found a chuck roast marked down to $4.80 there, and then 5 pork chops marked down to $3.18, which again, this meat looks great. We're gonna eat some of it right away tomorrow for dinner, and then we'll probably freeze some of it as well, but thrilled to save so much money. I spent $17.85, or he spent that this week out of our grocery budget, and we'll go ahead and add that to our total for the month. June 6th, Andy went into Kroger. He is getting excited about these meat deals. Got us some pork chops, $5.07 instead of $7.80, so $3.57 a pound. Good deal there. The steak was a little more pricey, but it's normally $23. He got it for $14.94, and this one was $14.09, and he's excited because I really don't buy steak, so a good splurge like there. And then these are some fancier brisket burgers. It says they were $6.75 right here. It says $2.25 a pound, which I guess if they're that much meat, that's an okay price, $2.25 a pound. So 3 big burgers in there. The total for that trip was $46.60. So we're going to add that to our running total for the month. We are only a week in and going through our budget very, very quickly. So let's see how I finish out the month of June, shall we? I also did pick some strawberries from the garden. These are our daily strawberries we've been enjoying, so good. And picked some rhubarb, so I have that to add to our haul right now for this week. All right, let's see how the rest of the month continues now. June 10th, I went back into Kroger because we were having friends over and wanted to get a little more chicken, buy one, get one free. Everything else was already in the freezer. So I paid $2.25 a pound for about 6.5 pounds of chicken, and then found these 8-ounce packages of ham steaks, clearance to $1.57. Grabbed 2 of those, so 1 pound of ham. And for all this meat here, this time I spent $18.09. June 11th, went into Kroger again, yes, and got 2 seedless watermelons, $3.99. This was the new ad. We were out of syrup, $2.39, grabbed one of those. 18 eggs were $3.49. Excited to see sales on eggs happening again, even though it's not as cheap as I would like yet. It's coming down, which I'm thankful for. Grab some limoncello LaCroix, $2.99 for when we're traveling this summer, and we'll take that along. The orange vanilla Simple Truth was $2.49, and then I had a coupon for the free Kroger seltzer. Obviously, seltzer is my treat and my splurge, so glad to work that into our budget. $1.99 still for the pop chips. Grab 4 more bags. A 1 pound container of Hillshire Farm lunch meat, $5.99. It was the same price as the Kroger brand, actually. Sour cream was $1.69 each with a sale and coupon. Plus, I had 60 cents off the 2, so it took my price down to $1.19 for each of those. Milk continues to drop. It was $2.39, which thrilled with that price. Yes, we got into it already. Some homemade yogurt made with our cheap milk. And then Cocoa Puffs, this was our fun treat. It was $1.49 a box. Plus I had a digital coupon, which took it down to 99 cents a box. And then I got 50 cents back on each box on Ibotta. So 99 cents a box of cereal when the kids ask. Yes, that was a fun summertime treat. So this was today's Kroger haul, and I spent $54.29, not halfway through the month, and I'm over halfway through my budget, as you'll see with the running total right there. June 13th, went into Walmart because I was filming a video and restocked some basics that we needed. Started with the Bounty napkins, $6.38 for the 400, only 10 cents more than the generic, so I splurged for name brand. Clearance bread at 69 cents. Mac and cheese, 58 cents. We really like this, and that's been a nice quick summer treat occasionally once a week or so. We've got some homemade cornbread, $2.05 now. We love this Fleischmann's. Square snack bags. I really like the shape for for packaging things out for the kids, $4.42. Those seem to have gone up a bit though. Bacon bits to make loaded fries, spicy brown mustard, $1.50. Kettle chips were rolled back to $2.50. The Suave coconut conditioner I used for my cheap curly girl, $1.94. Grabbed 3 of those while I was there. The Reese's peanut butter chips to make monster cookies, $3.12. And then Barkeeper's Friend was $2.24. And I've heard this can really clean pots well. So I am excited to give that a try because I need some pots cleaned and scrubbed. For everything here, it was $36.93. We're going to add that to our running total for June. June 14th, have a couple different deals from a couple different stores. Went to Kroger, where they had potatoes for the day, 99 cents for 5 pounds. Yes, I bought 30 pounds at $5.94. Thrilled with that. But also blueberries were 99 cents as a one-day markdown at Meijer. I couldn't find any at the one Meijer, but Andy found some at another Meijer. I told him to get me a dozen boxes. He goes, it was such a good deal, I bought more. So we ended up with 26 pints of blueberries for $25.74. I will freeze a lot of them and we will be enjoying them this week. And then a quick trip to Sam's when we got gas. Andy also picked up a package of this uncured pepperoni and the uncured salami, each $7.97 for the 22 ounces. That was $15.94. We'll go ahead and add all 3 of these bargain trips to our running total for June now. June 18th, the kids and I went to 8 different stores in a matter of 3 hours and did all sorts of random errands and hauls. So here's what I have to show you. We grabbed a package of this Just Add Water pancake mix to take on vacation for breakfast for a crowd. Makes it so easy. Also grabbed a rotisserie chicken, and I've learned to keep it, thanks to my friend Emily, in a slow cooker when I come home so the chicken stays nice and warm and is ready for dinner. We went to Kroger and I wanted to grab some of the chicken that was on sale for $3.29 this week. Also grabbed some corn tortillas for $1.99 and the 20 count of Mission flour for $3.29 for breakfast tacos. Found a couple clearanced cans, the organic, $1.44 for organic diced tomatoes because it was a little dented on the top there, totally fine. And then the chickpeas here were 76 cents, so grab both of those at Kroger. Went to Dick's where I paid 99 cents thanks to a reward for this freeze-dried meal. It lasts 30 years, which is pretty amazing. When I wear my Fitbit every 3 months or so, I get a $10 reward at Dick's. It's linked to my Dick's reward account, and it's a great way to get some long-term food storage. Went to Meijer to do school shoe shopping, grabbed school shoes for the girls. They were both on sale. Those pink ones are for Lily and the purple are for Emma. They were both $16.99, obviously not coming out of our food budget. And then the boys they had school shoes, but needed shoes to keep at school for gym. So the gray ones are for Caleb here, and those were $12.99. And then these were clearance for Nathan. Went ahead and got him 3s right now and the next size up. So he's ready for gym since they were on clearance. Made some croutons, nothing out of pocket for that. And then these arrived from Amazon. These were the applesauce pouches right here. 20 were right around $8. And we take these on the car. So I went and grabbed 2 boxes of those because that was such a great deal. All right, the shoes are not coming out of the budget. And I actually had a gift card for Kroger right there, so I did not have to pay anything out for pocket. I'm going to go ahead and add up our total, and I'll pop it right up here on the screen for all the food things that I actually just paid for, and then we'll add that to our running total for the month of June. June 25th, I went to Kroger and I picked up these Kleenex. Thrilled with this deal. It was $10 off instantly when I bought 2, so it worked out to $5.09. I also had a digital coupon for 6 boxes of tissues. Absolutely thrilled with that deal. I got a boneless pork loin for $1.49 a pound, a Butterfingers bar for $0.25, 2 ice creams for free, a pint of ice cream due to a summer ice cream promo, and LaCroix was $2.49 each. At Kroger, the total was $22.80 for all those things. Then I went to Meijer where I spent $1.99 on the soap and $1.65 on the Lysol cleaner. That's a great deal on toilet bowl cleaner and cheaper than I can actually get it at Sam's lately because my Sam's hasn't been carrying it in stock. I have to have it shipped. So at Meijer, it was $12.23. And then I got some amazing Amazon deals. Yes, grocery link is below so you can see what is going on right now. These petite diced tomatoes were 81 cents a can. I spent $4.85 on the tomatoes. And then applesauce was $1.43 each for the cups. I've been thrilled if I can get it for $1.99. So $1.43, yes, I bought 8 of those at $11.43. We're going to go ahead and add all of those trips to our running total for June now. June 25th, went to Aldi with the kids and we did some shopping. You can tell I was shopping with the kids because Caleb saw the fruit rounds, my 5-year-old, and said, look, no food dyes. Can we get them? Yes, for $1.68 we did. Panko breadcrumbs, $1.85. The green olives, $2.35. The jam was right around $2.50 for a smaller jar. Pudding, 89 cents. 2 bags of shredded cheese, and these are 4-cup, 1-pound bags here, or the 16-ounce, excuse me. So that works out to, it was $3.59 a bag for the shredded. I needed that for some traveling and meals. Restocked a lot of syrup, 2 bottles for traveling, 4 for us, $2.35 each. Potato chips, hamburger dill chips, the pickles there, $2.35 as well, I believe. Mustard, 89 cents, $1.85 on the ketchup, and then lots of cheese slices to do a burger bar. All of these slices were $1.75 for those, with the exception of the smoked Gouda was $1.95. But to get it all in slices was a great deal, so yes, went ahead and loaded up on that. For everything here on this counter, it was $48.97, which, let's talk about where that takes me for the month. So my grand total for the entire month comes in at $507.48. I did it. I stayed under budget. Even with all that meat that I was stocking up with at the beginning of the month, all the blueberries, the pints of blueberries, all the potatoes, all the different things, all the different Amazon deals. By shopping the sales, it allows me to really stock up for my family and get ahead so I don't have to pay full price in the future. Now, I know it looks eclectic some weeks because you're thinking, well, how do you make a meal from the things I just saw you buy? Well, I have a full freezer. I actually have 2 fridge freezers, and then I have an upright freezer in our laundry room, which is stocked with meat, a lot of which I added to this month. Whenever I find a good deal on meat, I'm stocking up on sale and adding it there so I can use it to cook for our family. I also have a stocked pantry and I have lots of food on our shelves, so I am not tied down to having to go to the store and buy things just that I need this week. And again, it's a different principle, but it's by watching all the sales and shopping ahead. If you haven't ever shopped like this before, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but I hope you'll give it a try because it saves us so much money. One of the other things you probably noticed is, besides shopping the clearance meat like I did, I've been doing more Amazon deals. And this month I did start, it is an Amazon grocery deals list. They come and go pretty quickly, but I will leave a link to that below and in all my grocery hauls that I do because there have been so many good deals lately. I mean, applesauce cups for $1.43. I can't find that anywhere in the store anymore. If I can find $1.99, I'm thrilled. And so the fact that I can get it for even cheaper, shipped to my door, as a busy mom, I love the Amazon deals. And they might not be for you, that's fine. That's totally fine. But if you are limited with the store selection, I find Amazon deals just a really nice facet, another layer to add into your savings. So I was under budget for June. How did you do? I know June can be a tricky month with company and travels and kids at home. Oh my goodness, kids at home and snacks and entertaining and hosting. So if you were over budget, it's okay. Sometimes we raise our budget. Sometimes we just go over budget. I always want to be full of grace because I know those months happen for all of us, for me too. So it's a new month, July's a new month. Do your best and give shopping the sales a try and let me know what you think if that works for you. If you have any questions, of course, go ahead and ask them in the comments and I will do my best to help and answer or clarify anything I didn't quite explain or you're left wondering about. Then you might want to check out this video next, or you can go check out that Amazon link to the grocery deals like I mentioned to see what deals are happening on Amazon right now because there are a lot of good ones. Thanks so much for joining me and I'll see you again soon.